Welcome to Channel Japan. I'm Mai Demizu.
And I'm Makiko Tsuda.
Every week we bring you the freshest information out of Japan from our studio here in Tokyo.
From the economy, culture and even foods, if you want to find out what's happening in Japan right now, this is where you'll find it.
Channel Japan Ranking.
First up is Channel Japan Ranking, in which we rank some of the hottest products and services in the country. In this segment, we focus on industrial robots, an important component of today's economic development.
Yes, they're robots that replace human labor in the work field, and they're applied in various areas such as welding and painting in automobile factories, or assembling electronic products, transporting machine parts within a factory, and also quality testing.
Well, with their speed and precision, I think these robots are essential to many companies in manufacturing industry.
Yes, they've definitely become indispensable. Now, I have a graph that shows you a ranking of countries and regions with industrial robots in operation. As you can see, Japan has the largest number of operational industrial robots.
Well, Japan's number one by a very large margin. We're living in a robot country.
We are, aren't we? Now, robots definitely play an important part in supporting Japan's industries, and they're mainly used in manufacturing, but other industries have high hopes for them as well.
I see, such as?
Well, Japan's agricultural industry is one of them, and the industry has an aging workforce, and there's a lack of successors in the field. I have a graph of the number of agricultural workers and their average age over here. There were 2.6 million workers in 2010, which is about 20% less compared to 2005. And the average age of farmers has also gone up. In 2010, it was 65.8 years old, which is a little older than 2005's average of 63.2 years old.
I see. Well, it's a very serious issue. The younger generation is leaving farming villages, leaving them with no successors.
Exactly. And that's why there are high hopes on industrial robots that can help in the field and increase productivity.
I see. Well, agricultural robot may hold a key to future of Japanese farming. And today we follow the research and development going into this field. Take a look.
Here in Tsukuba City of Ibaraki Prefecture, a combine harvester is working in front of a large audience. As you can see, it is unmanned. It is an automated agricultural robot. Farmers are keen to learn more about this next-generation agricultural technology.
将来はこういうふうになるんでしょうけどね。とにかく技術の進歩はすごいと思います。
利用できるものがあれば自分の農業にも生かしていきたいなとは思いますね。
今まで機械乗らなくちゃならない仕事がここ見ながらこういんで仕事になっちゃうじゃないですか。そういう時代来るんじゃないかなと思いますよね。
Showcased in this first public demonstration, the robot combine was developed by Yanmar, an agricultural industry powerhouse, in collaboration with Hokkaido University. Harvesting rice and wheat is a challenge even for experienced operators, requiring adjustments for changes in crop height and topography. Robotic harvesting of rice is about to become a reality in the new future. And Yanmar has high hopes for developing a new market through this venture.
例えば、楽に作業できるというのもあるし、規模を拡大することができるという面でですね、これはやはり日本の農業においてもロボット化技術っていうのは必須の技術なんだろうというふうに思います。
Japan's agriculture faces a serious labor shortage and an aging workforce. Can cutting-edge agricultural robotics be the solution? This vast farmland is actually a field research site within Hokkaido University grounds.
Please, okay, helmet, okay.
Multiple tests are being conducted to push this robot tractor on the market. The unmanned tractor is running a pre-programmed course. It navigates corners with ease. These unmanned robot tractors open avenues for a wide range of applications.
農業の場合は天候にかなり左右されます。ですから例えば次の日雨が降りそうだということになるともう夜中でも作業するということはよくあるんですね。やっぱりそれ辛いですよね。夜中遅くまでそれ危険です。
At times, agricultural work can be a 24/7 endeavour. Robot tractors can work prolonged hours during inclement weather without any reduction in precision. Their robust precision is made possible by the antenna, which uses GPS technology to take accurate readings of the work field. Its accuracy was vastly improved by the 2010 launch of Michibiki, Japan's first positioning satellite. Thanks to the quasi-zenith satellite capable of providing coverage over Japan 8 hours a day, the tractor is capable of maintaining precise operations for long hours. Its error margin is a mere 10 centimeters. Joint research with JAXA, Japan's space agency, has greatly accelerated the tractor's progress toward practical use. Japan's agriculture suffers from a crippling labour shortage and ageing workforce. The food self-sufficiency ratio is at a low 40%. There are high hopes for a robot tractor capable of working with greater precision and longer hours than human labour at all hours of the day. It has not been an easy journey, however. This is an experimental lab in the university's Department of Agriculture.
これが最初に作った1号機です。1992年ぐらい廃材で組み立てて作ったシステムでございましてね。
At the time, GPS was a fledgling technology, so the robot relied on radio and a relatively primitive triangulation method. It could only handle a workspace of 50 square meters. Professor Noguchi has been conducting pioneering research in agricultural automation before the field really existed. With the advancement of Internet and GPS technologies over time, his research made huge strides. However, a significant obstacle continues to bar the way toward the tractor's practical use: safety.
こういう安全センサーなんかも取り付けたりして、これは非接触で、前方例えば20メートル30メートルの範囲にある物体を検出できます。そしてこのロボットトラクター自身がその安全か危ないかというのを自分で判断して、例えば止まるとか、例えば避けて走るとか、そういうこともできます。
Noguchi set his eyes on a smart sensor as a way to address the safety issue. When a person is detected by the front-mounted sensor, an emergency stop system is activated. In addition, 2 sensors are attached to the bumper, such that any application of pressure will result in an engine stop.
一日も早く実用化したいというのが私のもうやんなきゃいけない仕事かなと思ってます。だからもう6号機7号機8号機どんどん行くのはいいんだけども、世の中に早く最初のね実用機1号機がね登場して使われるというのが一番大切かなと思いますね。
October 2012. The first public testing of a new system was conducted in Japan to showcase an innovative approach to improving safety features. A robot tractor and a manned tractor operate in tandem. The manned tractor follows the robot tractor. The operator of the manned tractor can visually confirm the safety of the robot tractor's operations, as well as adjust the speed of the robot tractor and issue emergency stop commands. The tandem system also improves efficiency. with the robot tractor tilling the fields and the manned tractor sowing the seeds immediately after, a two-in-one operation.
今回の試験の最大の特徴は人間がとロボットの協調作業で2倍の能率ということですよね。で、人間がそばにいることによって安全性が確保される。
Noguchi believes the system will be ready to go on the market by 2014. Hokkaido University first opened its doors in 1876 as Sapporo Agricultural College. Its historic agricultural science department is a flagship institution in Japan with a long history and draws students nationwide.
GPS というのはね、GPS はこれアメリカが運用しているシステムで、
Topics taught at the department have changed with the times. Now they include topics in engineering such as agricultural robotics.
やっぱり農業人口が減ってきてるのもあるし、高齢化が進んでいるので、労働力っていうのが必要だと思うんですよね。
何かとても面白そうな分野に関われるとは感じているんで。
The younger generation is preparing to contribute to the future of agriculture by learning various approaches.
従来必要に重要であったという学問も当然そうなんだけども、プラスもっと他の学問、技術領域が科学技術領域というのが必要になってきてるんでね。次を発展させる上で農学のあり方が少しずつ変わっていくのかなって私自身は思ってますけどね。
Ryosuke Takai, a PhD student, is approaching the challenge from an informatics perspective.
農学部入った時点ではこういうことをやるとは想像してなくて、おそらく、品種改良とかそういう分野に行くんだろうなと漠然と思ってたんですけれども。
Takai chose his field partly because his grandparents ran a farm back home in Ehime Prefecture. Hoping to contribute to their line of work, he conducts research on new ways of doing agriculture.
人間に向いていると思われていることでも実はもしかしたら機械ができるかもしれないということが、機械の方がもしかしたら得意ということがあるかもしれないので、そういうところの研究が面白いんじゃないかなというふうに感じてます。
あ、ちゃんと取れてるじゃない。
Takai is currently researching how 3D readings by robot tractors can provide insight into crop growth. It would allow robots to go beyond simply providing physical labor and become intelligent partners in agriculture. More farmers are using new agricultural technologies as well. One of them is Hisashi Miura, a sugar beet farmer. His family of 4 manages a sprawling 99 hectares of farmland. Here in Otofuke town, people take advantage of the wide open area to conduct large-scale agriculture. The challenge lies in how to manage vast farmland with limited manpower. Miura has several tricks up his sleeve. His tractor and combine have certain modifications. There's a monitor in the driver's seat.
曲がらないようにちゃんと掘れているかどうか監視しながら作業してます。スピードとかタイヤが踏んづけちゃうと収穫ミスとかあるんで、ちゃんと踏まないように監視しながらやってます。
Miura placed cameras on the vehicle and watches the live footage as he works. It ensures that the beets will remain unscathed. 3 small cameras are affixed in total. An onboard switch allows him to switch freely between each camera's feed.
で、僕もね、そんな器用じゃないんで、例えばこう振り向くとですね、手がブレちゃって、それでトラクターが曲がっちゃって、それでミスが起こるとかあるんで。
It took Miura about $1,000 to put this system together, but it improved his efficiency threefold. His small innovation made a big difference. Miura has made many DIY adjustments to eliminate time loss as much as possible. His well-organized toolbox ensures that he can find everything he needs. He even made custom tools to help him set down frost cloth. He's constantly brainstorming and testing how he can improve his efficiency. 6 years ago, Miura incorporated a GPS guidance system into his workflow.
農薬を撒いた部分が、このように、塗りつぶされてですね、分かるようになっています。この重なった部分で無駄が発生してしまうんで、それでですね、このマップ画面を見ながら少しでも、農薬の重ね合わせをないように、このように見ながらやっています。
Similar equipment can now be bought in agricultural equipment stores, echoing a corresponding increase in farmers using GPS technology.
GPS の精度とか機能も、近年ですね、非常に進歩しているので、どんどんこういった方向に進んでいくんじゃないかなと僕は思っています。いずれはですね、ハッシュ種まき、非常にデリケートな作業なんですけども、ぜひですね、GPS を使ったハッシュっていうふうに取り組んでいきたいなと思っています。
With new technologies and individual customizations, a new era in agriculture is about to begin.
Well, I think the advancement of this agricultural robotics could brighten the future of Japan's farming industry.
It certainly could. Now, other than the agricultural robots we showed you today, there are many new high-tech machines entering the fields. And just to show you a few, here at this farm, tomatoes are grown in large greenhouses, but it's not your average greenhouse. Sensors allow computers to control humidity and sunlight so that the tomatoes can be grown in optimal condition.
Well, before farmers took care of these crops based on their experience, but nowadays computer can look over these crops instead.
Exactly. Yeah. And also there are robots that actually work in the field. This is a robot that harvests strawberries, and strawberries are delicate and bruise easily. So usually they're picked by hand, but this robot can harvest them without damage.
Well, this robot must come in handy for the elder farmers or farmers with a labor shortage.
Harvesting takes place at night when it's easier for the robots to detect colour and find the strawberries. And with the low temperatures of the night, the strawberries don't bruise as easily. So the picking can be done while the farmers are asleep.
Must be a huge help for the farmers.
I would assume so. And these robots are currently undergoing field tests, and developers hope they'll be put to practical use soon.
Well, that's it for Channel Japan Ranking. After the break, we'll be showing you a popular documentary program. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Tokyo Skytree. This is the grand panoramic view from 450 meters. Here you experience the unforgettable. Look, enjoy, be amazed, and be awestruck. That's what Tokyo Skytree is all about. Japan's latest landmark, Tokyo Skytree.
On the train to the sky with Spacia. More than you expect.
Where we see nothing, there could be anything. Panasonic is putting the endless energy of the sun to work. Generating, storing, and managing energy efficiently. helping power our daily lives.
Panasonic.
Traditional,
Consistent.
precise,
Speedy.
professional, innovative,
Polite. Quality from Japan. The best of business in Asia. SMBC. Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation.
You're watching Channel Japan. In our next segment, we introduce you some of our popular documentary programs. Today, it's from Japanese Dream by TBS. This episode focuses on a doctor who is trying to implement a certain technology which hasn't been used often in the field, Japanese medical field.
Well, what he does is use computer graphics in science, like this one you see right here. Scientific visualization.
Wow. Very
It's unique. It doesn't look like
can I
it
explain
belongs
this?
to the medical field
Yes.
at all. Because, I mean, I think most of us, when we hear computer graphics, we imagine, well, movies or TV dramas or even games, I suppose. But the doctor we introduce you today applied similar technology to medicine to communicate accurately and effectively and by keeping technical jargon to a minimum.
Here's the challenge of a man who is a doctor and also a computer graphics creator. Have a look.
こうなってるんですか。そんなすごいもの見れてるんだ。
いやなんかね新しい生き物みたいな感じがする。
Everyone is surprised by this computer-generated image of bronchi leading to the lungs. Even through X-rays or CT scans, bronchi are difficult to spot. But this image shows them in great detail, just as they look inside our bodies.
わかりやすくっていいと思います。
肺がんの人はこれにこれなんか溜まるんだ。そうですね溜まってね。
どこの気管支をどこで切断したらいいかっていうのはね、いわゆる手術の時のナビゲーションにおいてもですね、非常に有用だと思います。
Previously, cells could only be studied using diagrams like this. Now they have become a visual that is easy to understand. This type of scientific visualization is drawing attention. At the forefront of all this is Hirofumi Seo, a resident at the University of Tokyo Hospital.
数値じゃなくてこうやって見えるっていうのはすごく大きな情報なので、10年経たなければできなかったことがもしかしたら5年でできるようになるかもしれない。
Seo is very busy. Sometimes he lectures at Shinya Yamanaka's Center for iPS Cell Research and Application. In Japan's first trial by lay judges, Seo's computer graphics were used as evidence. This year, he came out with something that amazed his fellow doctors. His dream is to bring medical treatment even closer to patients.
I have a dream.
Seo represents a creative group that produces computer graphics for science. Computer graphics usually incorporate the artist's creativity, but in science, things are different. The group's task is to create graphics that represent the data as accurately as possible. Seo is the company president, but he always travels by bicycle. He's been using the same bike since his school days, so he knows how to take care of things. His destination is the University of Tokyo Hospital. Seo is a resident there.
患者さんとのコミュニケーションが非常によく取れて、東大生にして珍しく人とうまくコミュニケーションが取れるタイプですね。
Seo believes that being both a computer graphics creator and a doctor allows him to make a contribution to medical treatment. This is because he feels patients don't always understand doctors' explanations.
その上の先生たちも分かりやすく説明しようと頑張ってはいるんですけども、もちろんただいやそこは患者さん分かんないよねみたいなのは必ずあって、それを感じているのは多分僕だけではないと思いますよ。
In X-rays, bronchi appear very faint. Even in CT scans, they are difficult to see, especially to the untrained eye.
気管支はもう見れば分かるようにものすごい枝がすごい角度で出ているので、あれは3次元かあるいは実物でないと理解は無理ですよね。
Seo took 463 tomograms of his own lungs and used them as data for his computer graphics. In the summer of last year, Seo's 3D computer graphic was beginning to take form. It can be moved and looked at from any angle and can be enlarged as well. On this day, Sano from the University of Tokyo Hospital's Respiratory Surgery Department visited Seo. Sano examines bronchi regularly.
気持ち重層比だない？
あるようにも見える。
あるでしょう。これを再現しなきゃ。
Seo also attempts to recreate how the inside of a bronchus would look through an endoscope.
そうそうそう。手前ほど明るくてもうちょっと明るい気がするけど。
こんなもんですか？
だいぶ近いと思う。近いところは暗く。
だいぶ近いですよね。こんな感じですよね。よしよし。よしよし。せっかくだったら、そのまま見せれば患者さんも抵抗なく見れるし、分かりやすいしってなってる方がいいんじゃないかなっていう。別にそれでその医学が進むかって言われると別に進まないんですけど、患者さんが喜ぶだけなんですけど、でもそれも大事なんじゃないかなと個人的には思っていて。
Seo makes no excuses and does his best in his two fields. That's his way towards achieving his dream.
夢っていうのは、自分が 100% 努力したらできちゃうものだとそれは多分夢じゃない。150% くらい頑張ってそれでなんとかできるかできないかぐらいなものを、夢として設定するっていう、それが僕の昔からのスタンス。
Something you can only barely reach after giving 150%. Seo's dream is to use the computer graphics he created as a doctor to change medical treatment. This is one of his works, which won an award at a reputable US contest. In addition to the scientific aspect, Seo also wanted the work to be entertaining, showing the beauty and wonder of the human body. A high school friend, Morishita, composed and performed the background music. The two tried to bring in some entertainment to the bronchi graphic as well.
もう音楽と映像ともうバッチリ一致させたい。サイエンスにあまり興味を持たない人たちの視線がもう全然変わるんですよ。
Computer graphics for science aren't just for experts. Seo wants to make science real and entertaining so that everyone, even children, will understand it. This is why every time he completes a project, he asks his parents' opinion first.
まず私たちのレベルで分かるかどうか、
字が読めないよねっていうと少し長く映像してくれたりですね。すごいそれに対してやってそうそうそうそうそう。
Seo is planning the next step for his computer graphic of bronchi. This is a cutting-edge printer that creates three-dimensional objects. Seo is trying to make a life-size 3D bronchi model using his own data. Three days later, he arrives at a hospital with the completed model. What is his purpose? This is Seo's model.
これがこう体の中に入ってる。
これが原寸大の
1ミリたがわず作りました。
瀬尾先生の機関士。
Using Seo's data, a model was created exactly the size of actual bronchi. The team will attempt to use it in an endoscopic simulation. It's their first time using such a model. One task is to see how similar the model is to actual bronchi. The team continues inserting the endoscope further inside to a point where part of the bronchus branches off.
こういうのでトレーニングしてると気管支鏡の時間はだいぶ短縮できて患者さんの負担は当然減りますよね。
Next, they insert an instrument used to remove tumors. They are deep inside the bronchus, where they wouldn't be able to practice on an actual person.
入った。おお、すごいリーチ。
すごい練習になりますね。なかなかこう一番が入りにくいところなんですよ。
一番っていうのは
一番こう右の上の方の肺腺に行く方なんで、この練習なんてまずできないですね。肺がんとか病気が多いところなんで、いつも何重してますかっていうと、まあ時間がかかるところなんですよね。
The team also hopes to connect this technology with the computer graphics data, using it as a navigator in the maze-like bronchus. Seo's images have indeed opened up a new door for medical treatment.
練習の場がなかったので、とても有意義だと思います。
いや、いいし、もう早く全国に世界にちょっとこれ出したいなと思ってるんで頑張りましょう。
We asked people what they thought of Seo's images being used in the future to help patients understand.
どこがどう枝分かれしてるかっていうのを精密に。
すごいですね。全然わかると思いますよ。色がついてた方が見やすいし。
はい。これはもうすごいと思うよ。拡大しても画像的にも荒くならないし、ああ、俺はタバコの吸い過ぎでこの辺がダメなのかなと。やめなさいよと。
はい。こんだけいろんな方に支持していただいて。やってきてよかったなと思いますし、あと街の人のっていうのがなかなかパッと渡した時にああいうレスポンスが返ってくるっていうのはとても見てて嬉しかったですね。何か新しいことをやろうとした時にいやこれちょっと無理だろうみたいな、多分それが次の夢になるんだと思うんですけど、夢ってやっぱそれぐらいじゃないといけないと思うし、そうじゃないと面白くもない。
Otsuda-san, I was always thinking of the same thing because when a doctor showed me an X-ray or MRI images, I sometimes or I always don't understand what's going on inside my body.
I can't agree more. I can't even recognize what part of myself I'm looking at. And they're also usually in black and white, but these images are in color and they're three-dimensional. So I think patients can understand their diagnosis better and will feel more reassured than just being shown a black and white image.
I think so too. But I hear these computer graphics image technologies used not only in medical areas, but in other areas as well.
Yes, yes. Let me show an example. We have a video over here. It's a 3D computer graphics image, and It's used to heighten awareness and help be more prepared in times of a disaster. And it's an actual video shown in areas at risk of earthquake-triggered tsunamis, and they're utilized to spread public awareness.
Well, I think by looking at these images, I feel that I need to be better prepared in case of disaster.
I agree.
Yes.
Now, there's another example I want to show you. It's a video of a large-scale event that took place at Tokyo Station, where the restoration construction just completed last year.
I've seen this before.
You have?
Very interesting.
It is, isn't it? And it uses the same 3D
Wow.
technology. Yes,
Yes.
it really is breathtaking, isn't it? And it's called a projection mapping, where video projectors overlay images onto actual physical objects. And this new creative medium and its 3D technology was a hot topic in Japan and attracted over 10,000 visitors.
Well, such technology may be used more frequently in future to attract customers. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Well, after the break, we'll be showing you a popular economic program called Gachiri Monday. Don't go away.
Mitsubishi Electric is helping to change the environment for the better around the world.
Green subway systems in India.
Green air conditioning systems in Singapore.
Eco changes for a greener tomorrow. Mitsubishi Electric.
How do we build sustainability into our relationship with Mother Earth? That's Kaiteki, Mitsubishi Chemical Holdings.
Hey, look at this. They're building a huge steel plant with Kobelco technology.
Kobelco? Never heard of it.
It's Japanese. They can make iron with incredible speed. What once took 8 hours can be done in just 10 minutes.
Wow, the Japanese are incredible. The country of karate.
Ha! 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 Karate has nothing to do with it.
True.
The talk of the world, Kobelco.
As the future evolves, Toyota is envisioning a more interconnected life where information and energy flow seamlessly throughout the globe. The road ahead will require diverse and eco-friendly mobility solutions. It is on this path that our small choices lead to big changes. Life. Connected. Toyota.
Asia, the engine of the global economy. Japan, a regional powerhouse. And now, direct from Japan, economic news with a global impact in Chinese and English, delivered by Nikkei. Read the future, lead the economy. Nikkei, Japan's leading media for business.
You're watching Channel Japan. Next, we'll be showing you an episode from popular economics program Gachiri Monday, produced by TBS. And today's episode, we bring you the croquette, a dish that is very familiar to the Japanese.
Exactly. Now let me first explain what a croquette is. Croquettes are usually made of a mixture of mashed potatoes, minced meat and onions, and once molded into shape, they're dipped into flour, eggs and breadcrumbs and then deep fried. And they're one of the most popular dishes at Japanese homes.
Well, they make great side dish, but also popular as a snack as well.
Yes, they are, aren't they? And now recently, local croquettes, or croquettes that incorporate distinct features of the location in which they are sold, are becoming more popular.
Today we'll be showing you the unique croquettes from all over Japan. Have a look.
The croquette is a well-known food that is commonly sold at the butcher and at supermarkets. It can be eaten as a snack on the go or as a side dish. These round breaded masses are being deep fried in various cities all around Japan. Today we feature croquettes found in Kobe, Kyoto, Shizuoka and Tokyo. And they have sparked some friendly competition. How can such a small, simple deep-fried object create such excitement all over Japan? We take an inside look at this niche market. There is much more than just mashed potato inside this old-fashioned favorite. We go to the port city of Kobe in Hyogo Prefecture. Motomachi Shopping District is in the central area of Kobe. There is supposed to be a store here with a reputation for croquettes. Look at the long line that has formed in front of this shop. Could this be the place? A woman is frying croquettes. This must be it. We are at Moriya Shoten, a butcher that is well known to the local community, but also popular with tourists. About 2,000 croquettes are sold on an average day, but on a busy day, almost 3,000 are sold. The croquettes that sell the most are sold at 80 cents each. Breadcrumbs, known as panko, cover the batter-dipped patty. The inside consists of ground meat, mashed potatoes and minced onions. It looks like the common croquette that you would find anywhere. What is the reason for its high sales? We ask a shop worker who has been frying these croquettes for 15 years. Normally, a mixture of both ground beef and pork are in croquettes. But here, only ground beef is used and pieces of tendon are added in. Salt, pepper and sugar are used to flavor the mixture. By keeping the traditional flavoring method, these croquettes give a sense of nostalgia among their customers. But why Kobe of all places? Kobe is renowned for the production of Kobe beef. Moriya Shoten has specialized in Kobe beef for 130 years. Leftovers that would have been wasted otherwise are used in this affordable dish. Also, Kobe has historically been a major port city. Western culture, including food, found their way in early on. These two factors made Kobe a perfect croquette location. Kobe is not the only city in Hyogo Prefecture known for croquettes. We visit Takasago City, an hour away from Kobe. This is Asahiya, another butcher shop. We speak with the shopkeeper.
極みコロッケのことですね。はい。極みコロッケ。はい。店頭ではちょっと販売してないんですけども、インターネットで6、7年の街が出てますね。6、7年。はい。
The croquette requires a wait of at least 6 years until it is shipped. On an order confirmation email, the shipping date is set for 2019.
先週ちょっと配達行って、すでにそこの番地が空き地だったって言って帰ってきたものがあるので。
Some orders never make it to the customers, as they forget about their orders when they move. It's understandable with such a long wait. The shopkeeper agrees to show us how this croquette is made. Take a look inside the croquette. Instead of ground beef, blocks of Kobe beef short ribs are used, and the quality of the meat is exquisite. The beef is grade A5, the highest grade given to beef in Japan. The meat is paired with the Andes Red, a variety of potato known for its sweet flavor. It is pinkish red on the outside and yellow on the inside. The potatoes are prepared and peeled. The meat is diced. Each croquette is prepared one by hand. The price is about $3 each, but the production cost is about $4. These croquettes do not exactly boast a huge profit margin. But the shopkeeper is determined to share the taste of the exclusive Kobe beef with more people.
美味しさでは絶対負けません。間違いないですね。
They continue to make a limited 200 exquisite croquettes every day. Now we change locations and travel to Mishima City in Shizuoka Prefecture. As we take a walk in the city, we notice that numerous stores have put up a sign that reads Mishima Croquette on their storefront. More than a dozen shops sell croquettes in the center of the city. But why are there so many croquettes in Mishima City? Perhaps someone that is dressed up like a croquette would be the right person to give us the answer. Coincidentally, he's also the chairman of the Mishima Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Yukio Suwabe, the perfect person to give us some insight. Suwabe is heading a citywide movement to make the croquette a local specialty. We ask what led them to choose the croquette instead of something else.
うなぎも昔から有名なんですよね。
Mishima City has a reputation for raising unagi or eel. However, the unagi is a luxury. The city wanted an affordable specialty. They turned to a variety of potatoes, the Mishima Baraisho, that is produced locally. As potatoes are the main ingredient of a croquette, an idea was proposed. To use the local potato and make the Mishima croquette.
お店でやりたいって場合にフライヤーをお貸ししたりですね。フライヤーを持ってまして。
The city lends out flyers at no charge to shops that want to make croquettes.
で年間で35、6件ぐらいは貸し出しに立てるでしょうね。件数としましてね。そうですか。
三島コロッケ2つ。三島コロッケを2枚ください。
Komai Butcher was established in 1953. The shop is now renowned for its Mishima croquettes. They are filled with chunky mashed potato.
じゃがいもが美味しいですよ。ゴロゴロしてますから。
The Mishima Baraisho is a variety of the May Queen potato. They contain a large amount of water because of the soil quality in the area. This amount happened to be perfect for cooking croquettes. Focusing on a local produce and working with shops and restaurants, the city turned itself into croquette heaven, bringing in visitors from around Japan.
今日は名古屋からです。横浜からこれも食べたい。食べておかないとみたいな。はい、後悔しちゃうと嫌なんで。
At this Japanese restaurant, unagi croquette is served. At a local Brazilian restaurant, a croquette flavored with garlic can be found on the menu.
よく経済効果と言いますけども、だいたい10億ぐらいいってんじゃないのかななんてことを言います。
By gaining the support of local shops and in return supporting the production, Mishima City succeeded in earning a new reputation. This has kept bringing people into their city. Are croquettes just as popular in the capital? Next we visit Shinagawa Ward in Tokyo. About 5 minutes down the busy shopping street of Togoshi Ginza, we end up at the Goto Kamaboko shop. Kamaboko is processed fish paste molded into a variety of patties. They also sell oden, a dish where various ingredients are simmered in a broth. It seems unlikely that such a shop would sell croquettes, but here they are. The oden croquette sold for 60 cents each. This croquette is different from the previous ones. Let's take a look inside. Pieces of fish cake have been mixed in instead of meat. In the middle is a piece of daikon, white radish. This shop has combined two popular dishes in one, the oden and the croquette. How do these two common foods fare when combined?
今日は日曜日ですけど、結構それで大体どのくらい売るんですか？
今日どうでしょうか。200個ぐらいあると思うんですけど、今日もしかして間に合わないかもしれない。
本当ですか？
It seems that this croquette has quite a large following and that they may be sold out by the end of the day. We take a look in the kitchen. First, the potatoes are mashed. The fish cake patties used in oden are chopped into small pieces and mixed in the mashed potato. A piece of daikon is wrapped into the potato mixture, and then they are deep fried. A combination that only a kamaboko shop can create. But why have they chosen to make croquettes?
商店街おこし
For the past several years, Togoshi Ginza shopping district has been using the croquette as a way to attract more shoppers to the area. Branching from the butcher's traditional recipe, different shops have added their touch. For example, at a Chinese restaurant, you can try the pot sticker croquette. Chain restaurants have included the croquette as part of their specials menu. These croquette specials, varying from croquette curry to tomato croquette, can only be eaten at the franchises in Togoshi Ginza. 21 shops and restaurants feature a special croquette. Their efforts have paid off. Excitement is back at this shopping district, and the number of customers has tripled on the weekends. We now head to the former capital, Kyoto, the city of history and tradition. We are in Nishiki Market, also known as the Kitchen of Kyoto, a traditional Japanese market that is home to over 100 shops and stalls. Would a croquette be found at such a market? To our surprise, a not-so-traditional croquette is sold at one of these shops.
はい、美味しいコロッケがあるって聞いたんですけど、ありますよ。ありがとうございます。これなんですけど。
It looks like a common croquette on the outside. But the inside consists of chocolate. They are sold for 90 cents each. At times, 800 chocolate croquettes are sold in one day. This shop has been in business since 1884, serving the community with a wide variety of appetizers and delicacies. Why did they decide to put chocolate in their croquettes?
独自のもんが欲しかったんです。はい、おそらくこれが牛肉であったり豚であったり魚であっても普通かなって思いますよね。
The chocolate croquette was a new strategy that a traditional delicatessen decided to pursue to make themselves stand out. As planned, it had an impact and has created a new interest among shoppers. The chocolate inside this croquette is prepared in a special manner so that it will not melt when being deep fried. Now you have seen that a common food such as a croquette can be so much more with just a touch of creativity.
There were so many delicious looking croquettes. Utsuda-san, which one did you like the best?
I wanted to try the chocolate one.
In today's episode, we showed stores specializing in croquettes, but I often come across croquettes being sold in deli section or supermarkets and in convenience stores.
Yes, they can be purchased easily, and that can be one reason why they become so popular. And I have a survey here, the result of a survey asking women in their 20s to their 50s what deli foods they often purchase, and nearly half answered croquettes.
Well, croquettes are tasty, inexpensive, and can make you full. It's no wonder they're so popular.
No wonder at all. And deli foods and ready-made foods in general have increased popularity in Japan. And there seems to be various factors causing this trend, such as more women working and having less time to prepare meals, or the population aging, microwave ovens becoming widespread, and also changes in food consciousness.
Yes, and for lower-income families and people living alone, ready-made food are a more convenient option rather than making an entire meal of your own. That's it for this edition of Channel Japan. We have much more in store for you, so don't forget to tune in next week.
My parents work at a really great company, which makes cool computers and LCD TVs. Not only that, they build elevators for skyscrapers and zooming fast bullet trains. My mom designs the company's CT scan systems, which spot diseases. My dad develops power generation systems so people will have plenty of electricity. The company where my parents work is Toshiba.
Has anybody finished doing their pictures? I have.
All around the world, Toshiba technology is hard at work, bringing smarter, faster, more sustainable development to life.
When I grow up, I want to work for people.
For a growing future, Toshiba. Changing emissions from copper refineries into fertilizer. That is where Sumitomo Chemical got its start. For 100 years, we've been delivering the power of chemistry around the world. And we will continue to help make the world a better place for the next 100 years and more.
Mitsui & Company.
Sasuke, a new type of sports entertainment program conquering the world.
It's about human achievement and people's passions, and I think that relates to almost everybody.
From Japan to the world, Ninja Warrior, Tokyo Broadcasting System.